There's a general agreement that villains are supposed to be these evil, insane characters that have no redeeming qualities. Their role is to be an antithesis to the protagonists. However, some movies go the extra mile and create antagonists that aren't just evil for the sake of being evil. Instead, they're written as well-rounded characters that have a motive that you can understand and sometimes even relate to. After all, you never know what kind of catastrophic event can make someone snap and convince them that they need to make things right, regardless of the means or consequences. We're starting off our list with a mainstay in these types of lists. It's hard to make any list of villains you can relate to without including the OG Blade Runner's Batty. Initially depicted as an evil replicant that needs to be stopped by any means, viewers quickly find out that the antagonist has a heartbreaking backstory that completely explains his and all the other replicants' reasons for their despicable decisions. Born as a poor boy forced into servitude, his cruel upbringing turns him into a super strong and angry replicant who's lost in searching for his own meaning in life. As the film progresses, you view him less as a villain and more as a misunderstood leader who's trying to show the world that replicants shouldn't be abused just because they're not actual humans. His story can easily be viewed as a reflection of humanity's own struggle with mortality and search for a grander meaning.
I had in mind something a little more radical. What?
How about a guy who just wanted to be a superhero? Buddy Pine, aka Syndrome, was actually a pretty well-meaning person when you think about it, at least initially. He was just a kid who wanted to become a superhero like his idol, Mr. Incredible, but was rejected due to not having any actual superpowers. From then on out, he wanted to prove that anyone can have a superpower even if they're not born as quote, supers, by using the power of science. Now, the way that he proves his point to the Incredibles family is quite cruel, and you can't agree with that, but Buddy's motives are not only understandable, but they've also become a common sentiment in newer superhero films. Leaving unchecked powers in the hands of a select few is a chaotic path that can quickly turn very dangerous. With all that said, we won't act like Syndrome's motives in The Incredibles are altruistic. They're completely and utterly selfish.
A few supers to get it worthy to fight you, but man, it wasn't good enough.
Up next, it's a villain whose agenda is a matter of perspective. Magneto is one of those villains that can never be described as simply evil. Sure, he's not a hero who does everything from the good of his heart, but his motives are always about preserving his fellow mutants and protecting them from the loathing of humanity. And who's to blame him, considering that as a young boy he witnessed the horrors of the Holocaust firsthand? He's aware of humanity's ability to decide and exterminate someone they don't agree with. It's realistically hard to defend any of his actions, but purely from an ideological point of view, he's not an opposite of Xavier. Rather, the other side of the same coin. And to be honest, humanity has often proved Magneto right about them wanting to destroy all mutants. As such, while his paranoia and extreme means might not be right, you can see why he does what he does.
I could use a man of your talents.
I'm in.
Welcome to the brother.
There's a deeper meaning behind this entry. The 2022 Puss in Boots movie featured a never-before-seen villain, the Big Bad Wolf. The antagonist stalks and attacks Puss while the protagonist is on a journey to restore his 9 lives after finding out he used up 8 of them already. As the movie progresses, the wolf reveals to Puss that this isn't simply about him not getting his lives back, but also making the most out of them. In the latter part of the film, it's revealed that the wolf is Death himself, who's on a mission to teach Puss to appreciate his lives, and if not, well, you can probably guess what he wants to do. This point is proven as the wolf leaves Puss alone only in the moments when the protagonist is devoting his energy to enjoying his precious moments, like when he's with Kitty's softballs. A truly terrifying antagonist that makes a point to teach us about making the most out of our lives.
Everyone thinks they'll be the one to defeat me, but no one's escaped me yet.
It's hard to argue against our number 1 pick's motives. Killmonger is a fan favorite even though he was the main antagonist in the first Black Panther movie. His motives are quite understandable, as he felt it was selfish of Wakanda to hide from the world and not use their advanced technology to better the lives of those who suffered in the world as he did. And he wasn't just some guy who wanted change, he was an heir to the throne who was denied his birthright. You can probably see why he was so angry and determined to do things his way. While his methods weren't exactly agreeable, and he even took innocent lives to reach his goals, his motives were understood not only by the viewers, but Chala himself. Chala did agree to share his kingdom with the world and help the African diaspora, although via diplomacy rather than Killmonger's more aggressive methods.
It was taken by British soldiers in Benin, but it's from Wakanda, and it's made out of vibranium.
And with that said, we're ending today's video. Thank you all for watching. Is there a movie villain who you found yourself agreeing with? Let us know in the comments. Maybe we'll make a part 2 of this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and maybe even subscribe to our channel if you want to watch more videos about your favorite TV shows, movies, and characters in the future. We hope to see you again. Same channel, different time.